But instead it's the Casio. I think almost universally considered one of the hardest champions to play in the game, League of Legends. Your actions have to be perfect. Every click has to be flawless. Honku really betting on himself, and it is a solid matchup. Silas.
Early to mid part of spring for CFO. They're chilling, right? Even if
Faker
gets on top of you, Honku.
Sidestep, good flash out. Faker in trouble, ticking, but he won't fall yet. Owner, EQ flash, keeping it going. Faker standing on the edge, hoping to beat Honku back, and it's first blood for T1.
My guess he's playing for the kill, knowing that actually getting out is going to be tough.
Top side now.
Trying to make a sideline impact. Rest.
Stunned there. Doran starting to burn Rest down. Rest living for an extra second. Flash out. T1. Taking away the Raptors.
Ooh, he uses his cooldowns. Should be fine though.
Punish.
Hard for him to actually get the hook.
Connects Carrier, not ready this time around. Ignite already ticking. Damage coming through. Carrier forced to flash out. CFO trying to make the fast play. Had the opportunity for a recall, but instead opting to stick around.
And Guma not running the lethal tempo.
Another hook connecting. Damage there. Cooldowns there, forcing flash and barrier.
And what a win there for the bot lane of CFO. Again, this time in the 2v2, Kaiwing almost leisurely throws out the hook, finds Guma.
Arrow. Doggo has to be careful though. He has cleanse. He doesn't have barrier. Honku solid trade, but Faker manages to sidestep all the poison, so the extra damage not coming in. And Honku just continues to trade aggressively. Owner on the way forward. Rinse and repeat on this gank. Sidestep from Honku has to be good, and he just doesn't have the movement speed. Owner moving up. They don't quite finish it though. Can't afford to go into the tower. And Honku firing back. Gets the kill. Faker goes in and makes it a 1-for-1. But T1 again over. X flash over the wall.
They need someone else. Are there reinforcements?
X flash in, wall, trying to make sure that he can't get out. A quick burn down, and down goes Rest. Instantaneous dive. CFO now forced to respond, but Faker on the way. Waiting over the wall, waiting for them to pull the triggers. Junja's gonna find Faker. Faker forced to trade, has a Skarner ultimate of his own. Alties might just get traded out, but KazaLoLL now here to follow. Faker caught out, has an ult, steals away the Impale, manages to catch 3, but there's no follow-up there, and down goes Faker. Splash, as well as the heal for Carry, a little bit extra movement speed.
Junja, I think, going to be looking to steal at least one grub. Owner finds one. Does T1 actually want to possibly flip the game here? Carry doesn't have his ultimate yet, so turning this into a numbers advantage, not going to be easy. There's also Jhin, right? Always have to be careful. He can join fights a lot faster than you might initially think due to the range and ultimate. Doran does FTP. Oh. CFO, are you going to contest this?
1K, they just want 2 grubs. They'll be happy to get it and walk away. CFO ready to force the fight.
Got it.
Junja taking one back. Now they're set to grab 2 grubs. T1 willing to risk the flip. Arrow. Okay. We all know the play we're thinking of. The Ambessa.
Look at Owner's ult.
We'll get first move.
Can they get the top laners into this fight as well? There's Doran, deep TP.
Flash ult available for Honku. The Casio, the potential to turn. Initial hook. Lockdown onto Carrier, trying to start the fight, but Owner immediately starts as well. Ulti over the wall from Doran. It's Doran showing up in the clutch in the moment, finding the angle as finally the curtain call comes out, but the curtains have already closed on CFO in this fight.
And it's the arrival of Rumble. The CFO's backline gets toasted. So many of the early fights over the last couple of games going their way. This one not the case. Attempted collapse onto Carrier. T1, the response this time ready. And that's going to be the Drake, not end of the world. CFO in this game are always going to be feeling comfortable once you hit the items on both Rest and Honku. But the mid game is where we saw both domestically.
Shout out.
It's Junja. Maybe an angle on Doran.
Ready to go, immediate ulti, the combo now coming through, trying to burn through Owner before he can get the ulti down. He just barely manages to get it off, but it's not where he needs it. CFO, quick shutdown, finding an angle now. Faker, who might be in trouble. Ulti going across, but Owner is here to respond, and they're looking to turn it back. A good ulti coming in from Honku, but he gets cut down where he stands.
The T1 gonna be happy with that trade. Unless Carrier also goes down, because yes, Doran dies. Oh, Carrier!
Let's repeat, nice dash out to a minion. Ulti, but only hits a creep. Trying to zone them away from the tower. Junja's tanking. And Faker, in the meantime, breaks down that top lane. Tier 1, it's almost 4,000 gold in the lead for T1.
Guma?
Doggo ulting, but Guma's just going to walk it in the E, the sidestep. Q connecting as well.
Doran needs the base first. Will TP now.
Ulti from Honku. Big to watch. The ulti from Carrier, arguably even more important. T1 immediately go in, knowing they have the man advantage for a brief moment in time. They're going to get the Dragon, and now they're going to fall. But HongQ over the wall. It's a perfect ulti, but I don't think he has the damage quite yet. Trying to burn through Guma, but the exhaust is perfectly placed, and T1 obliterates CFO.
But CFO, they're a little early with Rest. He arrives in time, but T1 still get the numbers advantage thanks to the ult from Carrier. And now Doggo, not long for this world.
Rest trying to get something back, hoping to find these shutdowns. Carrier takes him out of range of his own tower. Doran living.
Doran donates his life, but T1 still gonna be happy. That's a 6-point, or actually with the turret side with TP available.
Otacon, name of the game here. Rest really can't afford to walk in. The objectives are getting shredded. HongQ trying to make good into the side lane, ready to backstep a Faker, tries to turn and he manages to get it. Faker still stepping up, goes through. HongQ going to turn it back, Faker!
Just got gapped. Maybe he can back and then make his
Doggo's
way
now free
over.
firing. Ulti into the midst of the entire team. They're now trying to turn. Rest into the midst of it. It's an entire flip, and who's going to go into the end? Are you kidding me? The objective bounty claim T1! It is the GOAT who throws it away, who goes in when he does not need to.
Guma looking for an extra kill, will not find it. And Faker, as you highlight, doesn't need to go in there. Make sure that the Casio can't join the fight, that he's a level up, thinks he can make it work, but mid-chains gets ulted, and then HongQ reads him like a book. Turns it around, and here Carrier not able to actually get Ginger the flash from the Skarner to ensure the play works out. The Jhin laying down supportive fire, and the Smite of Skarner being the difference maker there.
And the choice for Owner was let his AD carry die or be in range to flip the objective. He chose to save Guma, but at the cost of losing this Otacon, that's still a 5K gold lead. T1 still far ahead, but so many flowers in the favor of CFO mean that gold lead isn't quite as big as it looks. And it's a kind of misstep they can't afford to make again. The Casio is only continuing to get stronger and stronger.
Same for Skarner, same for Mbessa. Rest only an item away. I think that 3-item breakpoint, particularly if you're able to get like something like a death stance, basically impossible to take you down in fights, especially if they can get their hands on maybe a Chemtech Dragon. HongQ, that play towards the top side might end up being the turning point, might end up being what allows CFO to not let this go to a game 5. This Dragon about to be up. Guma doesn't have barrier, but does have his flash available. Summoners mostly available across the board. Not quite there yet for Junja. And same, I think, for HongQ, but his should be available if they can stall for just a little bit.
CFO making sure they keep vision in the area. 14 seconds to that crucial objective. T1 approaching soul point, armor penetration there for Guma.
A lot of damage here on the poke.
CFO desperately trying to find a way back in, hoping for another good fight as well.
That's the Seekers. So even if Owner finds an ult, that might not be enough.
T1 denying as much as they can, taking as much space as they can. Scuttlecrab down does give CFO relative comfort to step up. Doran taking the Mega Blast Cone. A little bit of poke going over the wall. 8K. Doggo gets to open the fight with the curtain call. Carrier fishing, and he manages to find the ult. CFO hesitating for a moment. Junja wants to flip it. Ready to risk the 50-50. Carrier trying to zone him away. 3K. Good diligence coming in. And they're going in for it. They manage to find the ulti bio. Faker is taking a Skarner ulti of his own, and it's Rest off on the side lane. HongQ living for a moment, but Owner wants to make the difference. Casio goes golden. Rest in the back line. Mbessa. Junja. They're making it happen. T1 taken down in the pit.
T1 gets obliterated by CFO. They get the Dragon.
Back in.
Faker whiffs the ult. It's the miasma plus the ultimate from HongQ. He baits in Owner, keeps out or stuns Doran. And
but they are on match point, and it's T1.
Do the math on how old HongQ was back then. It's insane.
I thought he was 5. I did the math. Kai Wing caught out though. Guma looking for a quick punish. T1, a nice pick. Whatever story we want to tell, it's not done yet.
Certainly isn't Dracos. These fights have been back and forth, and for T1. But if it was a Hextech, if it's an Inferno, even a Mountain, I think, The value would be, without question. Now I'm not too sure if the impale.
Initial start, Honk you off to the side. Keep your eyes on him. Equalizer cross trying to zone Honk you off. It's a good initial start. Owner in trouble though. And the knockback from Carrier is big. Rest of them, it's the entire T1 lineup, and he lives for an extra moment. The curtains are called. And T1 are retreating. Backing away, diligent, body blocking for the low health teammates.
Oh, double TP used for CFO. Single TP for Faker. Honk actually Drake if CFO do get it, so I wouldn't be surprised to see T1 play fully for the fight, not necessarily to actually get this objective. Faker sitting on an impale right now, but is spotted by Rest. Rest, by the way, was looking for that flank. If he can get on top of Guma again.
2.7, getting lower. Objective taken. T1 know that they don't have to overcommit for it. It's Faker on the side. Faker finding Rest. It's a big start to the fight. Junja realizes this is not the angle they can go for. Pick to start, but Doran wants more. T1 hungry for the chase. Rapid retreat from CFO, but T1 still chasing.
There's no turret. Faker's going to keep on chasing.
Big massive. This might just be. Flash forward. Ulti, Doggo flashing out. Faker looking for the angle, stealing away the Nautilus ulti. Will lock up Doggo, but they don't quite have the follow-up. It's going to be Kai Wing to drop. They will take him down. Good kills to the side of T1. They don't get the Drake, but they put the gold back in their favor.
They can't push though, with Honku still alive. Same for the Jhin.
But again, it's the slimmest of margins. The flash now gone for Doggo in the next fight. Yes, he has cleanse, but it's not going to do anything against the flag and drag. It's not going to do anything against the ultimate of the Jarvan.
It's Faker that finds the pick. 45 seconds on the Baron.
Junja looking for Faker. Goes golden, but Honku lays down the miasma, and Faker's got nowhere left to go. Tries to turn it back, stealing away an ulti, stunned up. T1! Are they going to keep going? It's cost them so many times. Is this the right fight? They have to be asking themselves, but they don't even hesitate. They go in, they find their man. T1 keep going, they will not relent.
Just be careful, Rest is on his way. Level 17, Ambessa. A threat indeed. Faker goes down, but the timers are...
Junja not having flash makes it pretty easy to knock him out of the pit. You highlighted it before. A vulnerable target for the Poppy. Ultimate as Junja starts to go in onto Guma. Smite. The ulti completely whiffs. And T1 see that as their sign to kick the fight off. Guma Yushi's ultimate managing to land. But it's Rest into the backside. Guma immediately. The exhaust coming in from Carrier. It's clutch. But the rest of the fight falling apart for the side of T1. Doran has to make the difference. Doran has to burn them down. But it's Carrier! He finds the angle to send them packing. Honku's still going. An ulti, knocked back into the wall. The Cassio still going. Doran trying to burn him, trying to take him out. It's Guma to follow. Going golden. An extra moment, but Honku drops T1. Willing to trade blood for silver, giving everything they have to go to game 5. Rest running.
So this is flash. T1 know that they can't really do the objective and good conscious about their jungler. So they want an exit kill. Not going to be given one though. As Rest needs to be respected. The mobility.
The flank near the Wolves.
I think T1 are going to play for the fight again. Oh, that's 6K. A deep flank.
Ulti across the team. Honku waiting over the wall. 2K willing to flip it, and they manage to get the chem deck. Drake 3-3 across the board, Faker. But T1 now wants the fight. Rest off to the side. Faker trying to find the lockup. Doggo for now completely untouched. Ulti stolen away, but he manages to sidestep. Rest still going, doing everything that he possibly can, but it's already down for Junja. Faker finding the kill, going in onto Doggo. He gets another 3 down for CFO at TP mid. They need this to be the final fight. They need to execute CFO here. They need to take it to game 5. Honku falling, desperate to turn it back, but look at his damage on the way in. The interrupt on the flag and drag. Honku gets an extra second. Carrier knocked up. Honku still just raining down damage. Only 18. The flag and drag coming up. He goes down. Guma out of nowhere finishes the kill.
And we are going to game number 5, Dracos. The CFO, despite their most valiant efforts, can't actually take down T1 in the 4th game. They're gonna have side selection.
It's time for Silver Scrapes. T1, hold on.